Good afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. This is a CBS2 update, and we start with a developing story. A cleaning crew at LaGuardia Airport made a disturbing discovery on an airplane. The crew found a fetus in the bathroom of a plane this morning. It appeared to be about 5 months along. The American Airlines flight landed last night from Charlotte, North Carolina, and was moved to a maintenance hangar where it sat overnight. A source tells us the fetus was in the bathroom, hidden under layers of toilet paper. Port Authority police are looking at video to determine who on the flight was pregnant. But right now, the mother has not been found. American Airlines releasing this statement as we continue to learn more about this tragic and sensitive situation. We are actively cooperating with law enforcement in their investigation. Port Authority police and the Queens District Attorney are in charge of the investigation. Now to another day of our extreme heat. Here's CBS 2's John Elliott.
Look, you know I'm not messing around with you. I really, feel bad about this because it's the humidity. Makes it harder for you to deal with the heat and can make you sick. That's why we have all these advisories, a heat advisory, the air quality alert. So, you really want to stress you have to pay attention and drink water before you think you need to. Once you feel thirsty, it's too late. Plus, we have to throw in a better chance for a pop-up storm today. National Weather Service is also concerned that we could see an isolated severe storm. So it would be that brief bout of heavy rain and then some damaging winds. And even tomorrow, we'll kind of shift the focus. There's probably a better chance more of the area will see some of that activity tomorrow. But hazy, hot, and humid again today. 90 will feel warmer. In fact, already we're clocking heat index values at about 97. Even in the city, we could see a repeat of that. Tomorrow, with the proximity of the front, still at risk. And in fact, there's a better chance for a few thunderstorms tomorrow. And then the leftover shower Thursday, 86 starts to feel better. Today, do take it seriously. 90. If we hit 90, then it's a heat wave. Some of the models actually extended into Wednesday. That's why the National Weather Service has extended the heat advisory through Wednesday. But remember, better chance for a thunderstorm Wednesday. Leftover shower Thursday. Feels better Friday. Still could see a few storms this weekend.
Another scandal rocks the city's administration for children's services. Authorities say a 6-year-old was attacked by a worker with a criminal record. CBS 2's Marcia Kramer with this story.
There are a lot of unanswered questions, both about the incident and how it could possibly be that the agency hired a convicted murderer to work with children. I tried to get answers. I'm just trying to find some answers about Jock Edwards and what happened here yesterday.
You can't be in here.
Why not?
You can't be in here.
I went to the Administration for Children's Services on First Avenue to find out about an incident here yesterday in which this man, Jock Edwards, allegedly attacked a 6-year-old child. First pushing the child into a door frame, then trying to stuff him into a file cabinet, cutting the left side of his head. Edwards, 53, has worked at ACS for 4 years. Stunningly, he was hired despite a 1981 murder conviction and a 19-year prison sentence. State correction records indicate he was paroled in 2010 and got off parole in 2016. A spokesperson for ACS said, quote, "Our top priority is the safety and well-being of New York City's children, and as soon as this employee's actions came to our attention, we immediately removed him from duty and alerted law enforcement." On background, ACS sources insisted that hiring practices and background checks had changed, and that if this person were applying to work with children today, he would not pass our background checks. This is not the first scandal to rock the agency. 2 years ago, the commissioner, Gladys Carrion, was forced to resign after the alleged mishandling of 3 high-profile child abuse cases: the death of 5-year-old Zamir Perkins, 4-year-old Zamir Coombs, and 3-year-old Jaden Jordan. Carrion broke down at a city council hearing on the Perkins case.
I have committed my entire career to helping children and families. Losing a child is unbearable, and it's my responsibility, and one that I take seriously.
A mayoral spokesman told me that the agency had begun disciplinary proceedings with the eye towards firing him. They're also doing an investigation to see if more changes have to be made to their disciplinary and hiring practices. In Kips Bay, I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.
Well, in Newark, police are working on a shooting investigation. One man has been left dead. Police say the shooting happened on West Market Street around 9 this morning. Police say the victim was in his car at the time, and police say it's the second shooting in that area in less than 6 hours.
Shut them down! Shut them down!
More protests are planned tonight following a fight inside a nail salon in East Flatbush. Community members are calling for the Happy Red Apple Nail Salon to close for good. Police say on Friday the fists and broom handles went flying after a customer complained about the service she got for her eyebrows, and she refused to pay for it and any of the other services she had gotten. That customer and an employee were arrested. The salon closed early yesterday as dozens of people protested outside and police escorted workers to a van. A similar protest targeted another branch of that nail salon. Widows of police officers killed in the line of duty are calling for changes to parole policies. CBS 2's Rena Roy has the story.
We're here downtown at the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association headquarters, where Police Union President Patrick Lynch and 24 widows whose NYPD husbands were killed in the line of duty. 2 of them spoke out today. Their husbands' alleged killers will soon be eligible for parole. Officers Cecil Sledge and Thomas Ruotolo both died in the 80s. Their loved ones now hoping the parole board votes to keep them behind bars for life.
We must close this parole loophole that lets cop killers out of prison, because cop killers should never be allowed to walk our streets again.
And PBA President Patrick Lynch says there are currently 59 accused cop killers behind bars who are or will be eligible for parole. In Lower Manhattan, Rena Roy, CBS 2 News.
With school starting next month, several district attorneys and safe street advocates are rallying for speed cameras in New York City school zones. There was a rally this morning at Spruce Street School in Lower Manhattan. The people are demanding lawmakers reinstall the cameras before the start of the school year. About 120 cameras were turned off last month after state lawmakers failed to reach an agreement on funding to renew the program. Developing in California, the Mendocino complex wildfire, raging north of San Francisco, has exploded to become the largest in California's history. The twin fires, burning just miles apart, have destroyed more than 150 structures. 75 of those are homes. 11,000 more buildings are threatened. So far, the fires have scorched more than 440 square miles. That's nearly the size of the city of Los Angeles, and this huge fire is only 30% contained. Will the Brady Bunch house soon be getting a makeover? HGTV just bought the iconic house. CEO David Zaslav says they plan to restore the home to its 1970s glory. Former NSYNC member Lance Bass also placed a bid on the house. The sale price has not been announced yet, but it was originally listed at just under $2 million. Can a neighborhood reclaim a street's bad reputation through paint? CBS 2's John Diaz shows us a mural in Chinatown and lets us in on its history.
When walking down Doyer Street here in Chinatown, it's hard to believe that it used to be called the Bloody Angle, because as you can see, more and more tourists are finding themselves flocking here. And now, thanks to a local artist, the section here in Chinatown got a recent facelift, starting right at the bottom. Now, Doyer Street is one of the oldest blocks in Manhattan's Chinatown. It has a sharp bend in the middle, and the shape of the 200-foot-long street is what inspired Chen Dongfan to visualize his artwork and paint a dragon here. It's called The Song of Dragons and Flowers. Now, locals say the block used to be so violent and covered in blood, which is how it got its nickname, the Bloody Angle. They're happy to see the area now prosper. Now, the painting is part of the organizers' efforts to boost foot traffic to Chinatown and get more tourists to appreciate the unique culture Chinatown has. And as you can see by the amount of people around here, it seems to be working. From Chinatown, John Diaz, CBS 2 News.
A New Jersey teacher pays it forward and gets a shock at who she helped. Ruth Reed was at a Wawa in Medford last Friday when she saw a man who was short on cash. She stepped in and offered to pay for him.
And he said, "Ruth, I'm Keith." And I said, "Oh, that's who you look like, Keith Urban. Do people ever tell you you look like Keith Urban?" And he said, "I am Keith Urban." I said, "No, you're not, really."
We just plain
Oh, yes, he was, really. The singer was grabbing some snacks before his concert in Camden. Reed, who questioned Urban about where his wife, Nicole, was, finally believed him after seeing his bodyguards. She still paid his tab. That's your CBS 2 News update for this afternoon. You can always follow us on CBSNewYork.com and our Twitter and Facebook pages at CBS New York. I'm Dana Tyler. See you later today on television, CBS 2 News at 6 o'clock.